All right, we are live. Welcome to the first episode of The Dark Truth. I am Mel, and then we have May here. Say what's up.
That other guy over
Yeah,
here in the corner. What's up, I'm May.
what's going on, everybody? And today we are going to be bringing some subjects to you guys. Um, COVID is the thing we're going to be going over. Everyone knows what's going on. Some people still think it's a host. Whatever. It's real. It's going on. We're going to bring our inputs on this. One thing we do want to say before we start, though, is that this is 100% unedited. We are speaking live on all these topics. So once we start,
Nothing, no edits, no jumble up of our words.
yeah.
Just
I mean,
just
we
what
do
we say
jumble
is
up
what
our
you get.
words, that you're gonna know
Well,
because
I
they're gonna
mean,
be edited out. So,
okay. Yeah.
yeah, but
All
everything's
right.
unedited, raw, like we said. We got some topics that we're gonna go over. The first thing is humanity is going through one of its biggest changes right now with this going on. Well, that we, within our lifetimes per se. Um, we mentioned in our
Yeah, because
pilot that like interactions between humans are at a all-time low right now. 100% low. Social distancing. Everyone's on social media. Even schools. Nobody's really going to school right now. Everyone's doing it from home. Just crazy. What do you think this is doing to us right now? What do you think this is doing to us, like, at a mental state for society?
well, so I mean, if we're gonna take the mental state of it, humans are a social creature by nature. That's just what we are. That's who we are, and basically we've taken that and thrown it away. God, I can't even remember the numbers anymore, but we skyrocketed in the last few months of people exhibiting depression, suicidal thoughts, dark things, not doing well because we don't have that, like, dare to say it, touch of another human. Um, Without that, you're missing a core component of human nature, of interaction, of touch, of being with other humans, and that takes its toll, a huge toll. Oh, I got a small short story about that. So
What?
when my dad's I grew up military. My dad was in the army, so my dad's unit got deployed to Afghanistan, and so there was no husbands or wives, depending on who left there, and everyone, instead of interacting, shut down and stayed inside their own homes because they didn't have a reason to go interact because all the soldiers are gone. Well, when that happened, a lot of people started hurting mentally. Almost the same idea. Instead of, it's now forced, so it's even worse than what that would be. And I saw so many changes. I was young. I was only 8 years old, so I didn't quite understand it at the time. But you saw a lot of people hurting because you can't touch, like, that simple thing of human interaction is gone.
Yeah, that's even just a little time that well, at least we did here in Virginia. I think it was like
Mm-hmm.
2 months, 2 months quarantine. That after
Yep.
like month one, it was all kind of like scary at first. We got to do this for survival, so it was kind of okay. But afterwards, just like, man, I need to get the hell out of the house. Cabin fever is a very
Yeah.
real thing, a very real thing.
Yeah.
Um, once you binge watch
You
all your
lose
shows, there's nothing else to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Yeah. And,
Even
like, I'm not, like, super social. Like, I don't like people, and even I was like, dude, I gotta, like,
yeah, yeah, exactly. But
who
even
wants
like
to come
the
over? Like, come
just
on.
going outside and just walking and like experiencing Mother Nature,
Mm-hmm.
that helped out for its time being. But it just wasn't ever enough.
It still
Um,
wasn't. Yeah.
Once COVID started dipping down, everybody was okay. Like hanging out with friends was like a whole new light. And even if it was just
Yeah.
going to a dinner and sitting across the table to make sure like we were still social distancing and stuff, that was worth it. And
Mm.
we needed that. It helped the mental state because I'm pretty sure, like you said, the
It
numbers of
it
depression
changed that.
and everything,
Uh-huh.
they're up there. I didn't get to do so much research on that aspect of it, but all I know is
Yeah.
like people coming back to work like,
It's
man, this is so cool.
skyrocketing.
Like I'm working. I didn't see
I
people being so
know.
excited to
Like I
work.
never thought I would like to work.
Like me personally, I love working, and getting back to it was like amazing. I was like, oh my god, yes. Like it was weird at first because
I know.
they say what 21 days to form a habit. We got used to that.
Mm.
We got used to staying at home and
Mhm.
not doing anything, and going back to work
Mhm.
definitely was fun. It was fun. Um,
It was. I hate working. Like I'll be honest. Like if I had a job where I stay home and I don't do anything, but like maybe this could be my job. I'd be happy with that. To be
yeah,
honest,
yeah,
but like I don't I don't like working. I hate it. I know I need to do it and I do it, but like for the first time, man, like when I got cuz I'm okay, so just so anyone that's listening knows I moved from Virginia to Oregon and I didn't have like a real job for like 4 months. All I did was like deliver people food through uh DoorDash or whatever. And so like because I didn't need it. I had the money. I was fine. And I was happy like that. But like for the first time man, I got a job, I was like, dude, this is nice. There's people here. I can say, hey, what's up?
it's
I
just
can
the
talk to you. Like it was
easier
so
way to
nice. And I
interact
hate
with people.
working.
Yeah, easier way to interact with people. So interaction with
Uh-huh.
people. That's going to lead us to our next topic at hand. Social media is freaking
Mm.
booming right now. Like,
Mm.
I was never
Mm-hmm.
really big into TikTok before this quarantine happened, and now I'm like talking to all these people through TikTok, like just interacting with people, whether if it's just a little comment, a DM or whatever. Like, I am interacting with people all throughout the world, and I'm pretty sure it's because of the social distancing and stuff that's happening now. Like people are interacting with each
Mm.
other more and more throughout the internet now than ever before. It was happening, don't get me wrong. You know, Twitter,
Mm.
Facebook, Instagram, they were all big, but now I see people even more. And it's
That
not
didn't
only
have those
yes,
have
that
them.
didn't have them, and it's not only that social media either. It's through gaming, it's through Twitch, watching people's streams, like everything is literally done over the internet nowadays, and it is just crazy. It's
Mm-hmm.
just crazy. It goes back to the whole
It
human
is.
interaction is at its all time low because, yeah, you might be interacting with people, but you're not doing it physically, and that's all
Mm-hmm.
because of COVID.
But like you need something. So everyone's fighting for whatever they can get, and the
Yeah,
only
yeah,
ways we can do that is anything on the internet right now. So
yes,
they're just fighting for that
and
little bit of interaction they can get.
it's crazy because a couple of weeks ago, me and my friend decided to have a party, and like we're like, okay, how many people do we need to get? Like, how many people are allowed? All this stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it was cool being at that party. It wasn't a lot of people, but it was still fun
Yeah.
because we
Yeah.
were with people, and that
Mm-hmm.
little. Like there was probably maybe 6 or 7 of us, but like just that little amount of people, even was just like, yes, this is fun.
It was
It's not
enough.
being done over the
It
internet
was
right now.
enough.
Like,
Yeah, I can like I like the way I always say is I can feel your presence. Like I don't have
yes,
to touch you to know you're there, but I can tell that you're
exactly,
there.
exactly.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just the times are very strange right now. And a quick question for
Mm-hmm.
you guys and for you too. Do you see this returning
What's
back
up?
to per se normal anytime soon? Within soon, I mean maybe like the
Ah,
next year or so. And as of normal, I'm
see, I
gonna
don't
say
know.
normal as in before COVID was a thing, before face
Yeah,
masks, before social distancing was a thing. Do you
I
honestly see it returning
see.
back?
I have issues with this because so like if you take like how long it takes for the what is it called COVID for to die out inside someone's system is about 2 weeks if they get it right.
Yes.
About if they can beat it right,
Yes.
it's about 2 weeks. If you take that into consideration, if for some crazy reason all of we'll say the world decides to take 2 freaking weeks, no interaction, no touching, no jobs, no nothing. If that somehow finally happened, yes, I would 100% say we would finally get back to normal because it'd be gone. It'd be fucking dead.
Yes. So pretty much you're saying in order to be returned back to a normal society, we must eradicate the disease, completely erase it from everywhere
pretty
on the
much
planet.
completely.
Like,
And what now we're now see this is where our views do differ slightly. And what my issue with that entire thing a little bit is COVID is still killing less than the flu. It's still transversing less than the flu. It's still not as bad as the flu. The upside of COVID is it is not mutating actually. It will mutate through creatures. It will not mutate itself, if that makes any sense. So like with the flu, we get a new strand of the flu every year. You know what I mean?
yes.
Like crap, there's a new flu. We got to go get it taken care of. You know, you got to get a new shot. You got to because it's a new strand out there. With COVID, it's just one. That's what we got. We take
Yes.
care of it, it's gone. So if we can find a way to just kind of push it away or make it so we don't get sick from it, we'd be fine too. I think just because it's not the flu. That's it. I mean, like I know that sounds crazy, and a lot of people probably disagree with me, and that's okay. You know, that's fine.
So,
And
but as of right now, from
mhm.
2018 to the end of 2019, the flu killed 34,157 people. That's within 2 years of a span. COVID has done 1.66 million in less than a year. So,
my my question though, with that, what are the numbers saying though? So what has the COVID get? Who dies to COVID?
so yes,
Who
so yeah,
dies to
that that is the
who dies
thing.
to it? What causes the death? 9 times out of 10, it is not COVID itself. Which, don't get me wrong, it is the final push for
Yeah,
most of it. And
yeah,
yes,
that's
it is the
usually an
problem. But 9
underlying
out of 10 of them, they have another issue
condition.
that causes it. So they have cancer, they have another sickness, they're old, they have immune deficiency, stuff like that. With that, so that's the difference between that's why I was saying if we can find a way to prevent it and or make it so it's not as bad or something, we would be fine, because that's what happens with the flu. The reason the numbers are quote unquote so low is because we have something that can fight it, not cure it, fight it. Which
Yes, you know, with the
if we got that for the COVID, we would be fine. But the difference is we would only need that once.
yes.
The
So
flu, we have to keep upgrading it and changing it, and that's all I'm saying. Is like if we can fight that, we'd be fine, 100%.
yeah, so I me now on this question, I don't
Mm.
see people returning back to a normal state at all. Um, for one reason, I'm pretty sure this has scared the living hell out of the world, and
Mm.
realizing that
I
something
get
like
that.
this can literally just and be there, like at a snap of a finger. Nobody knew what the hell the
Mm.
coronavirus was when it first happened, and out of nowhere, yo, this thing is infecting hundreds of thousands of people very quickly. Um, People also joked about it for the first couple of weeks and first like month or so, and then realizing how real it was, you
Mm.
saw you saw
I do.
huge shift in society saying, okay, this is very real. You know, let's protect ourselves finally. Like let's do what we have. A lot of people now
I do
I hear talk, this
see.
is not personal, but I hear talk of this vaccine and people are like, I'm not going to take it, I'm not going to take it, you don't know what's in it, it hasn't been
No.
tested well enough, blah blah blah. Me personally, not
Yeah.
going to take it either, because like they said, I haven't seen 100% sufficient data or anything saying this is going to
Well,
work.
that's
Like,
also why it hasn't been put out. Like everyone keeps hearing like, oh, this vaccine's coming out. This vaccine's coming out. Well, you wanna know why it hasn't actually came out yet?
yeah, well, because they
Because the
haven't.
tests aren't working.
Well,
Well, because the tests aren't working, so they're gonna keep testing to find
s-
an actual vaccine for it.
but the
They're
FDA
gonna keep
did
doing it.
the FDA did approve the first batch from whatever company, I forgot what it was, for emergency distribution. So it's like 2 million vials that are going to be sent out and are going to actually be used. So that's a
Guess
thing.
who's gonna test them though? Guess who's
Ah,
gonna test them?
I don't.
Everyone in the military.
Hey,
Everyone in the military. Military are fucking refundable.
eh,
You just replace them. So they're gonna test it. So guess what? If it works, the public can have it. If it
yeah.
doesn't work, they're gonna go back to the drawing board and try again.
So, like I said though, my view is I don't see society. I don't
Yeah.
say per se going back to normal, but I feel like with everything, like let's say social media DoorDash, delivery, everything for
Mm.
people to stay safe within their own homes. I think that's going to be a new normality for us. I feel like you're still gonna have your people that are gonna go and stuff, but then you're gonna have a lot of more people that are just gonna protect themselves because other things have happened like Ebola and H1Z1, not H1Z, yeah, whatever. No, what that's the flying. You know what I'm trying to say? The other diseases that have happened in back in
The other
the
disease that happened.
past.
Yeah,
In the past,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it happens. Like it can happen. Like I said, at snap of a
Mm.
finger. So
I
I would like to
I
hear
think
from people
okay.
though.
So
I
I
like.
would say,
No,
yeah,
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I would love to hear other people. I do see what you're saying. I don't know if necessarily we'll ever get back to like pre-COVID normality,
Yes.
but I do think we'll get to a more normal. Like I think the masks will eventually go away. I do
So
think that'll go away.
in gaming terms, for all
Maybe.
our gamers out there, the meta is changing. I could say,
Facts. The meta is
humanity's meta
changing.
is gonna change. Honestly, I think that, like I
Yeah,
said, they're gonna
I
have those
agree.
people that are gonna stay within their houses and just stay safe and no,
Well, I
DoorDash, all
was
these
listening to the
things.
radio the other day. I thought this was hilarious. So, as COVID's gone on, so like they used to show up to the studio, right? And they were all dressed up, or at least decently dressed up and everything.
Yeah.
Well, it has slowly became their norm for like sweatpants and pajamas and
Mm-hmm.
t-shirts as time's gone on because they're just like everyone's just gone to this casual meh kind of look lately and you don't dressing up is just not a thing. Jobs are not requiring it as much. They're just kind of like show up. If you show up, holy cow, you're a godsend because
Yep.
we need you. And I do believe that that might finally die down. That aspect of it, we might actually want to try as a society again. I guess you could say. I don't know
Yeah.
how to put that without sounding like a jerk, because I do the same thing. So it's not like a bag on anybody else. Like I'm in freaking jeans and a sweatshirt right now, and they're
Yeah.
cheap jeans. So like I get it, and it's put a damper on everybody. But in theory, I mean, if we start able to move, interact more, and like the handshake, man, that's like the biggest thing. The handshake has gone away.
Yes. So
Like I was raised with a handshake. You gotta
every
have a firm handshake.
I work in the
Now it's
kitchen,
like,
and it's an
yep,
elbow bump now. Everybody bumps
it's an elbow
elbows.
bump.
That
Yeah,
is a
I
huge
mean,
thing.
yeah, it's the least amount, and like even some. So I work at a Domino's, and like we like wave, like we don't even touch each other really. I got my like first hug from a random person that someone I didn't live with like for the first time in like 6 months, and I was just sitting there
Whoa, hold on. What do I
like
do with this
what the
information?
fuck is this shit? I got a hug? Like wait, what?
So
Yeah, so like I think that might stay away, to be honest, but like I don't know, maybe face masks will go away finally.
yeah, I can see that
Um,
happening. But I would like to, for whoever's listening, I would like
oh yeah.
I would like to for you guys to shed some light on that question. If you
Yeah.
think that humanity would go back to a normality before COVID times, just if you're watching this on YouTube, just put a comment down. If you
Mm.
are hitting us up
If
through
you want to grab
Twitter or
us on
whatever,
Twitter or whatever,
you know,
yeah.
our DMs are open on any one of those any
Mhm.
social platforms. If you don't want to if you want to talk to us privately about the topics that we have, you don't want to really like have
Yeah.
anyone else hear your opinions because maybe you're afraid. It happens. Just message either one of us. We're always going to be there. We both have access to all the
Mhm.
accounts, so
Mhm.
just message us if anything.
Yeah,
But
just message, yeah, and say whatever. And we won't, if you don't want us to share it or don't want anyone else to know, we won't. And then either way, well, we can talk to you one on one, or you can share it through you, permission with you, whichever one you want. It's all up to you. We're down for whatever. We
so
like the
let's
conversation. We like the discussion.
yes.
It's not always about sharing it with the world, which don't get me wrong, can be useful. But if it's not what you want, we still like to talk. We still like to communicate.
And
We still want your opinion.
that's gonna go on to our next topic, which what we think, and we're gonna specify we because this is what we think that is gonna be good for people. Me and him have talked about this before, and
Hmm.
this is what we want to do to improve these times that are still not quite there in a brightened state. This is still a very dark time for us, but what we think we can do as a community
Mm.
for us and for you guys, one thing is reaching out to us. 100% reach out to us if you need
Mhm.
anybody to talk to. We know how hard it is.
Mhm.
Me and him have both been there. We promise. It gets
Mhm.
dark, but it gets better at the end. We can promise that
Can't
100%.
you can't
Everything,
live in
yes.
the light without seeing the dark.
Yes. That's one thing that
One
we
does not happen without the other.
one thing we're here for is to help improve.
Yep.
We can talk to
Mhm.
we'll talk to everybody. We might not, if
Mm.
we do get a big follow, we might not be able to talk to everybody like at the same exact
Constantly,
time. But
but
it's gonna we'll
yeah,
be there.
we'll,
We'll
we'll,
be there.
we'll do everything we possibly can to make sure we talk to you. We don't, this is a community, not I'm trying to be famous. Those
Yes.
are way two different things. We
Yes.
want we could stay small forever and we'd still be happy. This is still something we want to do.
If we
It's
had a
not something we
hundred
need.
people and you guys, all 100 of us, were loyal listeners, and we were talking back to you, giving you guys advice, you were bringing us topics, be happy with that for the rest of my life. Having 300,000 people that
Mm-hmm.
maybe tune into us every once in a while. You know, I'd much
Mm-hmm.
rather stay small and connect than be large and feel like we didn't really do anything
We
about it.
didn't do anything. Yeah.
Yep. So
Yep.
that's one thing that we're gonna do as a community. Do you have any else ideas other than just reaching out? Maybe, we did talk about maybe live recording us. Maybe because I know our facial expressions get pretty they get pretty out
Pretty
there.
interesting. Yeah,
That might be another thing.
that's coming in time. If you guys would like it, I mean, whoever's listening, if anyone's listening, if you want us to do some, basically video chats recorded, then we'll do that. Let
Or
us know.
even
I mean, we
even gameplay of
even
something. We're just talking over
yeah,
some
we
gameplay.
chit chat while we're yeah, we can do that. Both of us are gamers. I mean, like, there's all kinds of things we can do here, and like, so if you want to start a conversation, maybe with the community, you can always tag us in on Twitter, and we can repost it and try and start a
Yes.
conversation there, and then maybe we can even bring it to here so we can talk about it. I mean, there's a lot of
Yes.
different options. Don't hesitate, because we will do everything in our power to make sure we see it. I mean, on my Twitter, I check it. We have like, I don't know, 10 followers, if that, on Twitter. And
Every
guess
time I
what?
got a
I still check my
notification,
Twitter
I
every day.
checked that.
I
I
Yep,
was like, "Oh,
every
that's a
single time.
notification for the
Even if I get
podcast."
even if I get yeah, even if I get a notification on my phone, or on my account, I switch over and check every time I'm on there for my account, just to be sure that my phone didn't glitch out and didn't send me one. Like, we're always around, and I mean, both of us don't have like crazy hectic lives. Like, yeah, we work, and but all we do is play video games, work, and chit chat with people. So if you guys are bringing these awesome conversations or just need somebody to talk to, we're gonna be there. I promise.
All right, so
At
last
least one of us.
thing is
Mm-hmm.
one thing we did bring up. We would like for you guys to bring some topics to us. We can't decide on everything we want to talk about. There is a lot to talk about on this planet. um,
Like,
whether it's
yeah,
about
like we said,
social
we're trying to
things,
cover everything. So
whether it's about social things, we said this in our pilot. If you guys want to talk about a brand new Benz that came out the other week, let's talk about that Benz. If you guys want to talk about
yeah,
possibility on life beyond Earth, let's talk about it. If you want to talk
we're
about
talking
this
about
book you're reading,
alternate
let's
dimensions. Yeah, or the book. Yeah, we go there. I don't
we
care. I'll read the damn book.
let's talk about it. We at first this was supposed to be more of a podcast on like let's talk about things people don't want to talk about, but then they probably don't want to talk about that for a reason. So this is going to be a podcast about everything and anything that's possible.
Anything.
Um,
And sometimes him and we're very we'll get into this mindset, and we'll, like, because him and I have conversations all the time, just randomly, be like, well, what happens if this happened with this and then this happened, but well, what happens if you take that and this and put it together? Like, we do that all the time.
and
So there's gonna be times where
hours.
we're like, okay, so we have a conversation, we're like, hold up, we
Yeah,
gotta put this on
hours
the
of it,
podcast.
and we're
That's
always
gonna happen.
always thought, yo, why don't we ever record our conversations, man? And
Hmm.
now it's finally happening. But we want to share it with everybody. We know people that are very close to us that have told us you guys would make an awesome podcast. We don't know if we're doing it right,
Hmm.
guys, right now, so we need feedback as well. Feedback is very helpful.
Please, please,
um, but
send us the words.
we're gonna share this everywhere. We have a YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook is coming soon. Um, I'd even make like an
Mm,
Ask FM page just so you can access question
I don't
Ask
even know
FM.
what the hell that
That
is.
shit is probably like 2016. I don't know. We'll find something if you guys want to
Bro,
ask us
dude, I don't know
anonymously.
things, man. You can just poll on freaking on Twitter now. I don't know what to
Okay.
tell you.
All right. So we'll let me go there. We're gonna have Facebook is coming soon. I don't know. I'm not a big Facebook user, so May might do
I
that
got you. I
shit
got you. Yeah,
because I have like three pages from like 2015. I don't know how to get rid of, but they're still my pages. But um,
yeah. Oh God,
yeah,
I'll run the Facebook. He's got pretty
that's
much everything
that's
else.
that's fine. But I think by let's say January, the end of January, at least try to have 50 followers. I think that's be a good little.
Where at? Well, we gotta just because
That's
we
a
got like five
good.
different social medias.
Okay, that's
So
good. So YouTube, um, maybe like a concurrent
we
of
will.
like 20
Maybe
20 listeners by the end of January. Um,
I'm
if
down with that.
if you guys like where this is going, this is only the first episode. Don't be afraid
Yeah,
to
yeah,
share with your friends, your family. Uh,
yeah.
we're this is
I mean,
probably going to be
we're building a community. Not
more of like
20
a
minutes. That's
eight,
that's
18 plus thing because I know with us we cannot really control our language too well yet. It will get there where we can try to keep it
I
PG
can
13.
if I put myself in a mindset, but
Yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah. For right
I'm not
now,
worried about. I mean, a lot of the topics we're gonna talk about, anyways. I mean, like COVID. That's not something a kid is gonna understand. No
true,
offense to
true.
any children, but they're not gonna completely understand that. So there's gonna be a lot of conversations that not necessarily because of our language. It's because of the content. It's
Yes,
we don't think little.
yes,
Neither one of us
yes.
have. We don't think little. So you got to move forward, and you got to think about the bigger picture, and that takes a little bit of maturity on you. So it's gonna be most likely it's gonna stay an 18 plus for a while. There may be down the road some things we touch that is good for others to hear, and they would understand it. But it just teenagers and up are
Got it,
probably gonna
got it.
be our biggest push.
All right, well, that's pretty much everything we have for today. Any last thing you want to say before we get off the air here?
No, no, no. Everyone just stay safe. Be good. Be kind to your neighbor. Be kind to me. Be kind to them. We are family. We are a community. Keep
All
it that
right,
way.
so yeah, like you said, stay safe, like, share, subscribe, the normal YouTube stuff. You know how it is. Um, reach us out on Twitter if you need to. Everything's gonna be down in the links on YouTube. We're gonna share this with through Twitter and all that. We're gonna put on Instagram. Just give us a like, follow, whatever. Just help us reach out, help us branch out. Like we said, we want to be a community, not go famous. So if you're just liking because we said it, please don't do that. Give us a general listen. And
Yeah.
if you feel
Yeah.
like we're worthy
We're not
enough
about
to
that.
share, then share. But if not, that's perfectly fine with us. We're not going to be mad about any of that negativity crap. We don't need it. There's too much negativity in the world right
We don't.
now.
We're not about numbers. We about community.
Exactly. But for now, that is all. Thank you guys. We'll see you next week.